everybody, I'm Argle Fumph. I am trying to solve this puzzle that the Nancy Drew people just put out. The nonogram is back! What might this puzzle shape up to be? Up to be? What? Up? That doesn't make much sense, but whatever. Clearly we've got another one of those puzzles where the capital letters spell out something. E-O-S-A, maybe W. THPLPO. Somebody else figure that out for me. I can't solve it. Can't figure it out. I mean, I could, but I don't feel like opening up the anagram solver right now. Instead, I'm going to try solving this giant nonograms puzzle. Let's see if we can actually do it. Alright, so how much of my screen can you actually see? Let's see, if I move it like this, can you see? Ah, there we go. Okay, so you can see this much of my computer screen. No, don't go full screen, computer. Don't go full screen. So now let's solve it. What I just did on my own was figure out that the nonogram doesn't start here in this back corner, and I'll just quickly try to show off why we know that's not the case. And in the meantime, awesome background music. Okay, so let's say it starts off in this corner. We've got 3, 11, 5, and 5, as well as 3, 11, 5, and 6. Wow, those are very similar. So if it started in that corner, it's, let's say red is correct. Is red correct? Does that work for you? Red's correct. Okay, so it was 3, 11, and 6, so then 6, and then 11, whereas on this side it's 3, 11, and then 5, 11, and then 5, and now I'm going to say wrong color, brown, so all these are wrong, all these are done, they're done if we assume that's it. This one's an X as well. And these are all wrong. And this is, if I assume, the bottom right-hand corner is filled in. So this is going to be a 3, 3, 4 going up here. Meaning it has to be 3, 3, 4, 4. And then I'm just going to mark off these edges here. So, does that cause any problems for what's going on upstairs? Maybe. Yes, it does, because this one was a 5 and a 6, right? Okay, that's 5 and 6. It'd be nice if you could see these at the top. So that's a 3 there. Yeah, so see, notice how this column, this particular column, it needs to have a 3 at the very end. But it only has a 2 at the very end. So that's one way you could solve this puzzle, is you take a guess like that. Let me get this puzzle going again, sorry. So that means we can't do the corner there. I'm liking this music, man. This is some rocking music. All right, let's see. Maybe I could just make the. Can I make this window smaller so you all can see it at the same time? Let's just see the entire window at the same time. How's that? Does that look good? Let me read some comments here. Not a nonograms puzzle. I'm so excited for this. My brain hates math. All number-based puzzles I'm horrible at. So sorry for you people. I'm so sorry to torture you like this. Okay. So I found out it doesn't go in the bottom right-hand corner. Therefore, I can safely say, hey, this bottom right-hand corner does not get filled in. Here, can I get it filled in with a solid color, maybe? Like this? Oh, come on. I want it to be solid color. Filled. Nope. Okay. So we know that this bottom right-hand corner is not going to be filled in no matter what. I have a sneaking suspicion, like, because we have these things that are basically mirrored, right? 3, 7, 8, 3, 8, 12, they're basically the same. It's probably going to start in the middle, like that hearts nonogram we had in Nancy Drew, shout out the Water's Edge. Anyway, let's see if this upper right-hand corner is the starting spot. And if anybody has any really good ideas for the starting spot, let me know. I'm going to try all 4 corners first, and then I'm going to try the middle. I'm just going to brute force this puzzle. Okay, so if I pretend that the upper right-hand corner is filled in, and that actually makes things easier because I can really see the numbers here. That means these are 3, and then these are 3, and then this is 5, and this is 11. Alright, and then let me switch to everything's wrong. Everything else is wrong. Everything is wrong. My life is a country song. Yeah, it's just so tough with these puzzles. If I had like a really cool interface for this, maybe I just need to shrink it. That's probably the easiest way to mark off the ones that are done. Yeah, it's probably the easiest way to do that. Alright, let's zoom back in. Nope. Let's zoom back in on this corner here. So now we're going to go left and right. Okay, assuming this... Okay, 7, that's 7. And this one would be 13. And this one would be 4. And this one would be 3. Great. And we've already found problems. No, wait. Oh, I already messed up my solution here. Let's try this again. Sorry, I wasn't paying close enough attention. So if I assume 3 is in... You know, I'm just going to use lines the whole time rather than circles. Is that okay? Using lines is easier. So if I assume it's 3... The solution up top is going to be this. And then the wrong ones are going to be... This is all the way wrong. This is all the way not selected. This is all the way not selected. Now I should probably just use the color 1 and color 2 thing. That's probably the easier way to go about this. Okay, so then with up and downs, 5, whoops. Oh, come on. You're not changing color for me. Okay, never mind. The color 1 and color 2 thing is a monster and it doesn't work. Alright, so this is going to be 11. And then this is going to be 5. This is going to be 2. This is going to be 3. No, it's not. No, it's not. Couldn't see the top. So 3, 3, 2, 4, 2, 2, 2, 2, ooh, 6. Nice. And then 3. And then I'm just going to mark them all off. Mark the bottoms of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those numbers don't mean anything, by the way. Not for the puzzle solution. I'm just counting for some reason. And with these ones, this can go all the way down. This can go all the way down. And this does not go all the way down this time. All right. Found a mistake here. So by me solving the solution, if this corner is filled in, then this is a problem because this needs to be 2, but it's 3. It needs to be 3, but it's actually 2 because it gets blocked off by this 3. Yeah. So therefore, it's not upper right-hand corner. Upper right-hand corner is not a starting point. So let me mark that off. as incorrect. And so, like, the way... Oh. Oh, is that how the solid color thing works? Okay, I getcha. I getcha. The solid color thing, it's always color number 2 is the inside color. Alright, well, let me fill this up. Then, gonna copy save. Take a look at these chats. How many squares per row? 25? 25. Okay, it's gonna be a bit tricky. Starting point. 13 is third from the top. That is correct. 13 has to be filled in because it's a 25 by 25. That's exactly the logic I was thinking. Good job. Thank you. Shout out to A. Yeager for that help. So, basically, I might have explained this in the Nancy Drew Super Nonograms video. It took like 3 videos. So, with this 13, right, if it starts all the way on the left, it goes all the way like this. If it starts all the way on the right, it goes all the way like this. And of course, it could start like anywhere else. Like it could start here or maybe there. But the point I'm emphasizing here is no matter where it starts, this square gets filled in. This square has to be filled in. That's true no matter where it starts. So let me get that square filled in. This square just necessarily filled in. Here, let me use this. Use my red box here. Okay, are there any other large numbers? That's the way you can do it. That's a good way to start these puzzles. A similar trick is like if all the numbers add up to 25. Here it's not really the case, 1, 12, and 2. But, you know, if we had a 10 and a 12 and a 2, then we'd be able to figure out where they go because they all together make up the entire row. Alrighty, so let's save this here. I'm just saving a copy for myself, so in case I need to restart, I'll be restarting from there. Is it pretty safe to say crossing between a 12 and 11? Yeah, in this case there is not a balanced act in symmetry. It looks like they tried to do a balanced act in symmetry, at least at the sides. 5, 6, 11, 3, like 5, 5, 11, 3, that's off by 1. Similarly, 3, 8, 12, 3, 7, 13, those are off by 1. Alrighty, dighty. So, where do we want to go from here? Let's see. We could start from the down action, or we can start... Let's see if the upper left-hand corner... Let's just continue my thing of going through every single corner until we figure out the correct one. So, let's say it's the upper left corner, and that actually should make things really easy, saying this is the upper left corner... So if that's the upper left corner, if the upper left corner is filled in, it's going to look like this. And this is just me doing the these things. And then 8's going to go down like this. And 12's going to go down like that. Now I'm going to mark off all the areas that are... Whoops. Now I'm just going to mark off all these areas, these out... Ah! I'm really bad at this. I'm used to having, you know, the puzzle actually do this for me. Okay, and then let's see where that comes here on the tops and downs. It's like here's 3 down, and then this is gonna be 5 down, so it has to be this. Just a second. Cut all those, cut all those, cut all those. And if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, then these all need to be cut. Great, and if this is 4, And this is a line here, and that needs to be cut. Up. I think we've got a mistake because this is 4. That 4 has to be filled in, but that leaves this as a not 3. That, yeah. So this would be a 4 instead of a 3. Therefore, we found the error. Basically, this is guess and check here. Upper left-hand corner just does not get filled in. I don't need to save this. Copy paste. So now let's figure out the people's eyes. Sorry for hurting your eyes. Here's a zoomed out version of the picture. Only figured out 4 things so far. Let's keep messing around on the upper left because that's easy. Let's say this is where the 3 starts. If that's the case... so bad at this. Okay. If that's... very bad at this. If that's the case, this is a 3. And then this is a 3. This is an 8. And this is a 12. And then let's just mark these off. Good. Yeah. Alright. And then... Oh, wait. No. This top line's brown. Top line's brown. Then let's see. Left and right. So this is a 7. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the 7th's going to be on either side of it. Do 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 do. And then this will be a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be a 3. This will be a 3. This will be a 5. Let's mark all these underneath them. Let's see if that gives us any contradictions. 13, yeah, that doesn't give me any contradictions there. With this 13. Yep, contradiction right here. See this 4? That's a 4, but there's only room for 3. Alright. La 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 la. So now we know that it doesn't start there. And that's... I'm just having something to drink. What do you call it? Blended drink? It'd be great if this was like a 3x3 puzzle, yeah. Alrighty-dighty. Next, let's try this corner, because that seemed to work well for us, right? We'll just keep going here across the top until we get it. That's what I'm gonna do. Because that is working swimmingly for me. Alright, so this is going to be 5. This is going to be 3. This one's going to be 12, so it goes all the way down here. Cross out, cross out, cross out. Great, now let's do our left and rights. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These ones have to be filled. I don't know about the 2 on either side of that, so I'll just leave those 2 blocked off. And then similarly, this big thing of 13, I don't know about the sides and the here we go again. Like the 4-1 and the 4-2, and that 4-1 gets blocked off here because this is only space for a 3. So therefore we know these squares are empty. So we've been able to find contradictions in the upper left-hand corner pretty easily there. So now let's try some more. If I say this is the 3, it's probably more likely it's going to be these 3. Just guessing here. But if I try these 3, these 3, this a 5, this a 3, it's going to be harder to come across contradictions here, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4. 2, 3, and then cut this out. And cut this out. Let's see. It's pretty easy to get a contradiction with that 12. Let's see. So going down, this has to be a 3. This has to be a 3. Let me just cross off the going down ones. X, X, X that, X that. Alright, and this was the 13. Haven't touched that yet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so these all have to be connected. Those are not. And then, yeah, here we get the same problem of the 4, 1, 4. So if this is the 1, this would be the 4, but that's a 3. That's a 3. Therefore, we know this spot is empty. Going very slowly here. I bet I can get the exact same contradiction. Maybe. We'll try it out. We'll see if I can get that same contradiction with that 4. If I start the 5 here and say this is a 3, and then with the 7, it has to go that far. 13 has to go that far. Yeah, let's see. 3, 3. And we're going to cut off these tops. Meaning this one, this 4 that I was hoping for a contradiction with. This would be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I have to cut this out. Yeah, no. Cut it out with that color. And 12. It has to be like this. Similarly with the 8, it has to be this. And I don't know about those ones yet. Let's cut some out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that gives us some reds here with the 3, and then we'll put lines underneath them. Do. And it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 as the possibilities there, so I'll cut those off. Yeah, lots of comments here. Check the Discord chat. Yeah. I can't check the Discord chat right now, folks. I'm in the middle of live streaming. Alrighty, so let's just do all this ups and downs. Let's see, the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 2. Yeah, not sure how to handle those ones. And this would be a... found the error. See, it's 4, 1, 4, but nope, that'd be a 2. Because these have to be filled in, and those both are part of long strings going down. So what was my starting point? This one? That was my starting point. So we know that this one isn't filled. Alrighty, guys. We made some progress here. We figured out that those ones are all not filled. Getting tired of this already. Let's just go for the middle 3. If that's okay with everyone else. Because how long have we been live streaming here? 26 minutes, and I've only like knocked out like what? 5, okay, 5, 6, 7. 7 squares. Yeah. Let's just go all out. All right. Let's just go all out and say it's these 3. Let's go for that solution then. Because if we assume the 3 are the 3 in the middle, which they probably are, then let's go for it. And this is going to be a 6. And this is going to be a 3. Then let me cut all these spaces around them out. Yeah. If I had enough free time, I would just do that. With pretty much the guess and check thing with all of them. Okay, so this is 7. This is a 7, therefore. It's got 3, we've got 3 figured out, 4 on each side. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, that line needs to be a brown line. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 4 that get filled in either on the left or on the right of those. We don't know. Ah, the 13. Okay, so yeah. Again, with the 13, we don't know. The 10 that could get filled in could be all the way over there. Could be all the way over there, right? Can't be here, though. So let me mark that one off, at least. Because if it was here, then it would only go to this spot, and then that one wouldn't be filled. Same with the other side. Now I don't know what to do next with the 4, 1, 4, because is this the 1 or is it the 4? Somebody said I started the puzzle the wrong way. No, I did fine. I was looking for errors and places that it couldn't be filled, and I got 7 of them. So that's no big deal, right? All right. I don't know where to go from here, though. I'm gonna have to do some guesswork. Let's see. Doobie-doobie-doo-wop. Well, let's see. I could try doing the same thing over here on the bottom. That might be silly. Let's go for it. Can't think of any other fantastic ideas. So if this is a 3, and then I'll do the same thing on this side as well. Assuming all these corners, yeah, just going for the symmetrical solution. Okay. I'm gonna have to shrink the puzzle so I can actually read what's going on. So these rows all end in 2. Great. And that's an 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oops, sorry, lost my space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So to cut out the 3 on each side there. Oh, and these are all blocked off because those all end in 2. Cool. These are all blocked off as well. Great. And assuming the symmetrical ends, we're going to go over here on the right. It's going to end in 2, 2, 2. And then this was 11, which is the same as the thing we had on the other side, right? With those being blocked off and those being blocked off. Yeah, okay, so definitely somewhat symmetrical, although slightly off because we have the 5, 6 and the 5, 5. Yeah, Do 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 do. But that 5, 6 is like the 13 because 5 plus 6 is 11, which is nothing like 13. That was a silly thing for me to say. Alrighty, so let's fill in these gaps here. So it's a 5 and a 6 here. So 5. Let's see how many spaces we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, we've got a gap of 9, and we need to fit 5 in there somewhere, right? Well, that means 5's going to have to be somewhere here. No, not there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if it's all the way on the top, the 5 stretches to there. If it's all the way on the bottom, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we know for certain this little 5, this one's a 5. That's a 5. That's where the 5 goes. Let's see if the 6 is easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Could be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it's at the bottom, it goes all the way up there. If it's at the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's at the top, it goes up there. So we know that these 3 are all going to be part of the 6. We don't know if the 3 on the sides are going to be filled in or not. Similarly, we can do nothing with that, with this 5, 5, because that's way too big of a gap. Because that's an 11 gap, and so it could be 5 space 5. Yeah, oh, that's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping I could do a little bit more with that. Oh well. Let's see, and all these are like 2s. This final one is a 4, which means this has to be filled in. 1, 2, yeah, actually these 2 have to be filled in, and the 4th one's either going to be here or there. Doesn't give us much help because these ones are all filled in. I mean, those have so many different numbers. People telling me to check out the other people that are trying to solve this puzzle. Somebody says 13 and 12 crossing isn't because you need... Okay, what? 13 and 12? I'm trying to understand. 13 and 12 crossing is not in the 3, 2, 4. Yeah, you're going to have to be more specific. Okay, so 13 and 12... If you're trying to say 13 and 12 won't work, that maybe that's what they're saying. the intersection of the 13 and 12. Well, I mean, maybe your logic is correct and the 13 and 12 don't cross. Let's see. How would I prove that off the top of my head? Because if I said if this was the 12, all the way down. Because then that'd be 3. And 5. Maybe they're saying because of this 2, right? Because if this was filled in, if this spot was filled in, it'd go all the way down. And then this spot would go all the way down. And then this spot would go all the way down. And then bracket off there. Oh, that could work. That could totally work. And then the 5 spot would go all the way down as well to the 2. And, yeah, no, I'm starting to think that the 13 and 12 could be filled in. Sorry. Thanks a lot for trying to help, though. That leads me to the problem. Yeah. Okay. Let's figure out where we're going from here. Okay, where was I? So why is this one blocked off? This one blocked off. But that one's not blocked off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But if it's moved over 1... Alright, well... Let's just keep going with the symmetry answer. So that would be, this is 7, right? We're guessing that this is the 7. And see where that goes. And then guess that this is the 11, like the 11 is perfectly aligned. And then the other one is also perfectly aligned. That makes sense. 3, so it'd be stretching on for 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And similarly with this is another 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then with that in place, we can make a lot of cross-offs. Let's do the ones on top, because those are easier, because I can see all the numbers at once. Oh, the numbers! Oh, the number... No, it's not pink. That one's not pink. Don't make it pink. Something which sometimes helps with these puzzles is if we got something correct, just mark it off here. Some people find that really useful, especially if you've got things with lots of numbers going down. Alright, so this is a 2, and then this is a 2. And then this is a 2, and this is a 2. All these things are 2s. Wow, okay. So then we're gonna cross off the bottoms of these 2s. And then cross all those 2s out. Excellent. And then that makes this 13 a bit more rugged, right? Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 now. And now we can have 6 on either side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means these 3 are done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 3 are done. Great. It is kind of interesting that 6 goes all the way down. Yeah, it goes down extra. That's where the symmetry ends. Oh well. Let's see. And then we were going on this side as well. That is 11, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is 11 there. So we're gonna cross this off. I have this random X in the middle of nowhere. So that's going to be the end of that 3. Cut that 3 off from there. Put this here. Excellent. And we're going to be crossing off the ends of all of these. Oh man, there's a 10. Nice. But this one's got a 4. No, this is a 2. And this is the 4. Okay, good. I thought that was the 4, and I was like, oh no, I'm done for. Nope. The 4 is not done. But all these 2s are. Excellent. So this is going to be 3. This was 2, as previously stated. This is 10. This is 4. Let's mark off their ends. Meow, 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 meow. Gotta love that. Okay, and then all these ends, we'll mark these off as well. So this is going to be a 4. This is going to be a 2. 2. Are they all going to be 2s? 2. 2. And this one was 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Start marking these ends off. Making some major progress here. Assuming it's symmetrical, and then if it's not, I have to restart over from the beginning again. So that's why it's kind of good to do the 1 by 1, because I'm starting off with like guesses of symmetricality on all 3 sides. And yeah, maybe I should have just done the one side. Who knows? Anyway, let's see. Our up and down here in this third to last column is a 5 and a 6. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we've got that column done. At least we've got those 5s done. And then 6 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice! I like how that worked out perfectly, making me think, hey, maybe I'm correct in placing the 3 and the 11 right in the middle. Let's see if that continues, though. Because this one's 3, 2, 2, 3. That's got to be here in this column, the 4th from right column. So 1, 2, 3. That actually fits perfectly well as well. Let's do it. Let's fill it in. So assuming it's 3, 2, 2, 3. It's going to have to be 3. And then 2. And then 2. And then 3. Nice. And that's it for that column. And let's see, this particular row ends in a 2. So I'm going to grab my 2 there. No. It's gray. Wait, I messed it up again, didn't I? This row ends in a 2. So that means this is a gray here, and we finish the end of that row. This one starts with a 3, 2, 3, 3. This column. Can you see my cursor, by the way? I forgot to ask. Can you guys actually see my cursor? You can see me solving this puzzle, right? Anyway, just leave a comment if you can see my cursor, or if I've just been silly and I've been demonstrating things without helping. Okay. Anyway, the fourth, this column right here starts with a 3. It can't be 3 up on top here because I'd run into these two. So, like, this has to be the 3. Okay? So that column starts like that. And because it goes up 1, I can do this again. 4, 2, 3. This particular row ends in a 3, right? And we've got the first of those 3 filled out. So I put those there. And then I mark this off. Great. And then here in this particular column, what does it start with? It starts with a 2. So the 2 can't be here because then it'd be a 3. So the 2 has to go like this. So I mark off that 2. This is stairs. We're just building stairs, aren't we? This particular row ends in a 4. 1. This works perfectly. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we've got the 1 in the middle. That's actually another thing that indicates like symmetricality in a puzzles like this when it's a 4, 1, 4. Because it's going to be 4 on the left and then a 1 and then a 4 on the right. Oh, people are saying my cursor is just super small. Sorry, I wish I could change the cursor. But because I'm inside an app, I mean, I'm running Microsoft Paint right now. It's not like I'm doing high-tech stuff here. Anyway, this... I'll just do this to highlight where I am from now on, just to make it more obvious. So this particular column, it's a 2, 2, 8. And we've got this in place, so this has to be the 2, right? That has to be the 2. This particular column, it starts with a 4. Well, this is 1, so it has to be 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth is going to be on either side of it. I don't know which side, but that gave me this piece here, this piece right over here, and that goes with this column. So this column ends in a 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. We've already got the 1, 2, so this has to be a 2. This has to be a 2. I mark this off and that off. I have to say, I do like doing this stuff here on the top. Oh, I saw something else. Because this sticks up and touches that helps us with this 13, because these have to be connected. Right? They have to be connected, because it's a 13. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 9 of the 13. But all these ones all got cut off too. So let's see. If the 13 is the farthest right, I mean, starting from the farthest right spot, it'd still be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And if it starts from the farthest left spot, those 2 that I just marked will have to be filled in as well. So we know these two spots I just marked are filled in, and guess what? They are 5 and 7. So let's fill in those particular columns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I like this so much better, making progress in a puzzle. I like this so much better than not making progress in a puzzle. So let's mark these things underneath them. There we go. Do 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 do. Alrighty. Where now? This is a 4, a 2, and a 3 in this particular row. So these 2 have to be part of the 4, right? So if those 2 are part of the 4, these are not part of the 4. These all have to be empty. Those are just for sure empty, because they can't have that and then connect to these 2, which are part of the 4. Okay, so you'll notice because these are empty, because these 5 are empty, These ones also have to be empty. These ones going up and down. Because I blocked off this one, so the 5 can't be here. The 5 in this column can't be there. So this entire, like, 5 by 5 upper left square, empty. Empty! I think. Yeah, that's how the math checks out. So that's cool. So because we know that's empty, that helps me fill in more of this 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, it does not. Actually, it doesn't help me fill in that 13. I thought it did. I was really hoping it would. Wait a second. Because I just marked off this column here, because I just marked off this spot here, this spot's empty, that means this 414 in this row, that 414 in that row has to start here, because I just blocked off these spots over there to the left. So the 4 has to fit in this 4 gap, and that's 1, and then that's 4 again. So that row is completely done. That row's completely done. That row's completely done. We are awesome solving puzzles. And this is going to help us here at the top with the 3s and the 3s in this column, right? Because we just filled in 2 spots in that particular column. So the 3, these have to be filled. These have to be filled. Because if it's 3, starting from the top, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. This one's going to be filled no matter what. So that's going to help, because I filled in these 2, that's going to help with this 4. Because that's going to be a 4 there. All right. So that's 4, 3, and then this one is a 2, right? A 2 in the middle. So 2's either going to be to the right or the left. To the right or the left. So let's mark off all the spaces where it's not going to be. That's where it's not going to be. We don't know which one it will be yet, though. I can't use my math skills to figure that one out. Here's where you would have to do like math 2, 2, and then 3 to figure out, is this going to be part of a 2 or a 3? So let's say 2 space 3. Yeah, it could be part of the 3. Now, if it could have been that it could only be a 2, and if these could only be a 2, then I would mark off either side of them. But that's not the case. All right. Let's see where else I can mark some stuff off. This row looks nice, but I can't figure anything out. Let me take a look at the comments. Somebody's saying they took a break and came back, and I made no progress. Thanks for the support, everyone. Thanks for the support. Thank you. Thank you very much. Love my supporters. Okay, this particular column, this one, I've got those first 2. So let me mark those 2 off. This, okay, no, not that column. This column, because the first 2 are done. Same with this column. This has a 2 at the start. So it's going to be an 11. This column, see here, it's a 2 and then an 11. That's something I should have focused on earlier because it's a very large number. I see I didn't because this is really hard to actually see which column it is. Alrighty, so this number has to be part of the 11, right? It has to be part of the 11. So assuming the 11 starts here, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And let me just double check my counting is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. So all those ones are going to be filled in, whether it starts from the top, whether it starts in this spot, or this spot, or this spot, or in this spot. So all those particular answers, no matter where it starts, all these things are going to be filled in because it's a nice big 11. I can see something similar is going to happen over here with the 1, 12, and 2, because we've already got the 2. So the 12 could start here, it could start here, it could start here, or here, or here, even. That could be the rightmost, either of those spaces could be the rightmost edge of the 12. So let's count. Assuming the rightmost possibility is correct, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So that's if the rightmost possibility is correct. All those have to be filled in completely. Booyah! And let's see, with these bottom rows, I got this 11, I got this 3. I have not done the 5, 5 yet, have I? Because the 5, 5 could still be like a 5, 5 like this. So let's do some math. Oh man, I hate doing this math. I hate doing the math of pulling up from the bottom because I can't see the numbers at the same time. So like, for example, this column ends in a 9. We know it ends with this spot, that spot. So it ends in a 9. So it's got to go up like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's that particular column. And as I said, I hate doing that because I can't see these. Okay, this one ends in a 2. I'm sorry, I forgot to highlight that. This column, it ends in a 2. This column, this one right here. It ends in a 2, so I've got the 2 there at the bottom. And then I'm going to mark that off. Going to move over one column to the right, this particular column here. That also ends in a 2. Some creepy music, huh? I believe this is the theme song. Let's see. What is this music? Oh, this song is called Dementia Part 1 by Rodin Coil. It's going to be featured in a game I'm making. That's what all this background music is. I'm working on a game called Co-Author Crush. And this particular creepy as creep music is for one of the villains. One of the villains in that game. Okay, so now we can do some more stuff down here, because this ends in a 5 and a 5, right? So we've got... These 3 have to be part of a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one also has to be filled in. That one also has to be filled in. That has to be part of the 5. And then this is not part of the 5. And either one of those spaces, this one or this one, could be part of the 5. We're not sure which one yet. Okay, making some progress here. I just filled in something down here at the bottom, didn't I? So that means with this column, I can figure out what the bottom is supposed to look like. It ends in a 2, just like all the others. Okay. Keeping my cursor very, very straight as I scroll down. That way I don't screw it up. Don't screw it up. So then this gets marked off, because if it was filled, then it would end with a 3, not a 2. So that space had to be filled off as blank. Similarly, this row ends in a 3. We've got this spot here. That has to be the 3. That has to be it. Done. So now let's figure out with this up and down. Oh, I already did this column, huh? So with the up and down, this one ends in a 3, 3, 2, 3, 3. Oh, I think we've got that one basically figured out. This particular column, I'm saying, it's 3, this is 2, that's going to be part of a 3, and that's going to be part of a 3. So let's fill in that column accordingly, because we figured it out. So 3 and 2. That's a 3. There's the 2. We don't quite know how far this 3 stretches out, though. This particular 3 could stretch out in either direction, but the 3 at the bottom has to be like this. That 3, because that's the only room we could put it in. So I'm leaving this 3 untouched, because we haven't quite figured it out yet. Now, I just filled in this spot over here. I can see it's a 6, 2, 3 with that particular row. So these all have to be filled in, because they're part of a 3. Brilliant. Okay, now let's try this column. What does this column end in? Because I've got 3 in a row there. Ends in a 6. Alright, so this ends in a 6. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if this is the bottom spot, or if this is the bottom spot, those 5, 1, 2, 3, those 5 all need to be filled in no matter where the bottom spot is. Good. And now we got this thing going on here, where this is a 2, because that's what this column calls for. And this is a 1, so that's what this column calls. Not column, row. So these are empty. Good. Now what does this column call for? That column is a 4, 2, 2, 3, 2. So I've already got the 2 at the end figured out. So this is going to be a 2. Wait, I'm lost. This column here. That ends in a 2. This is a 2. This column is a 2, 2. So we've got 2 and an 8 here, right? Good. This is easy, because this is the 2. Because we already got the first one figured out, so that's 2. And then next is going to be an 8. So an 8's going to fit somewhere in this big gap. And then nothing else past that, past the 8, once the 8 is done. So these are all empty. And then this is somewhere in 8. So 8's going to start here or here. If it starts on the top spot, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if it starts on the top spot, those 7 places are going to be filled no matter what. Excellent. Okay, there's 2. Alright, let's see what these comments are saying. Can't hear any background music. Has the background music not been playing at all? Where'd that background music go? Sorry if you guys... Have you not been hearing any of the background music this whole time? That's so sad. I don't know what happened to it. It was working in testing. Let's see. There we go. I guess it was just turned down very, very low, and so you couldn't hear it. I am so sorry about that. Live streaming for an hour, and the background music is turned so low, nobody could hear anything. Oh. I'm a professional. I do this for a living. Alright, this column here, let's tackle it. Alright. That column, it starts with the 2, we've already got the 2 marked off, so I'm marking off this spot. There. So does that helps with our 13, right? 1, 2, 3... Because it marks off another possible spot where the 13 could have been. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, here we go. Ooh, I would probably bet dollars to donuts this one gets filled in because I think it's symmetrical. That was the premise of my entire... That was my thesis statement for starting off this puzzle. Okay, well, if that's the case, this is blocked off because this is a 3, because I just filled in that spot there. Now we have to go back to more of this filling in things from the side. So this row is 9, 6, 2, right? We've got the 2 already figured out. Let's get this 6 figured out. So starts here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this gets marked off. As well as the 6. Mark that 6 off. Do we have enough squares open to do a 9? Yes, we do. Let's do that. So if the 9 is all the way as far possible to, as far to the right as possible, like this spot, the 9 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's going to be there. On the other hand, if it's as far to the left as possible, that is, if it starts here, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So therefore, we know all these spots are filled. These 3 spots are going to be filled with that 9. And that probably would help with me moving some down pieces, except those are hard to see, so I'm not really doing it. Is it going to be a pyramid or something? Could be. This could end up being a pyramid. That's a good idea. Alright, this particular row right here, the 6, 2, 3. We've already got the 3. Well, this spot's filled in, so that's got to be the 2. That's got to be the 2. Which means the spot next to it is cut off. Still can't figure out this 5, 5 column, though. That 5, 5 is just causing too many problems. Let's figure it out right now by doing some up and down things. This particular column, this one here, it ends in a 3, as does the column next to it. So both these columns end in 3. So they're going to look like this. Going to scratch off those things next to them. Now let's do this particular column. This column ends in a 4. So if this column ends in a 4, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Cross that out. This column ends in a 1. 1! Nice and easy. Let's see. This spot's filled in because this was already a 3. This spot could have been filled in a long time ago. This column, this one right here, what's it ending in? It ends in a 1. Well, I've already got that 1 figured out. Let's go up again. Now it ends in a 1. So that one is a 1. Okay, we figured out the 1s. Yeah! And you'll notice by filling in a bunch of numbers there from the bottom, we can get this 5, 5. Finally. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to stretch out this way. And it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stretch out that way. That row is finished. Fini. La da. Okay, so that helps out a little bit with the this row, which is 6, 2, 3. So the 6 can be 3 that way, or 1, 2, 3 that way. But it's not going to be in these spots. Those spots are going to be completely blank, because there's no way the 6 can reach all the way over there. It's impossible! It's impossible, I tell you! As for this row, which ends in a 1 and a 3, we've got the 3 done. This is a 1, so this has to be empty to keep it as a 1. Which means 3 and 3, right? We don't know where those 3 goes, but we know We don't know where those 3 go, but this is the start of a 3, right? Because it's right next to a blank spot. So this has to be a 3. It has to be one of those 3s. And look, this is too small for a 3 spot, right? So therefore those places are empty. Let's empty them up. Empty them up. Good. And then, let's see, the 3 is just going to have to be somewhere here. Who knows where? So let's see, this column and this column. Let's see where they go. Let's see what they end on. This ends in a 3, this ends in a 2. So this column ends in a 3, this column ends in a 2. And let's get those spots above them to maintain the fact that they end in a 3 and a 2. Well, that helps out with this one, right? Because it ends in a 3. It starts with a 3, 3. Well, here's the end of that 3. Oh, we're gonna be making a little pyramid on the left here, aren't we? Is that exactly what we're gonna be doing? I think so. This one ends in a 4, right? This column here ends in a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cross that out. Oh, here I can't be quite sure, because it could be like 2 empty and then 2. Or it could be like this is the first 2. Right? Right? Darn. Well, anyway, that row's completely finished. We still haven't figured out quite with the 6 where it goes yet. Yes, I think I saw something very helpful. Okay, so this column ends in a 6. It's a 2 and a 6 is what we need, because we've already got the 1, right? So we need a 6, and we've got this and that. And they're fairly close together. Fairly close together. So they're gonna have to be connected, right? This is a 6, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it's either going to be a 6 like this, or a 6 like this. Have to do the sound effects. Have to do those sound effects there. Okay, now this row. This row has a 2, 2, 3, 4. It ends in a 4. Well, we got the 4. It ends in a 3 now. So the 3 could start here. So the 3 is going to look like that. It's either going to be this or that. Either way, these 2 squares are filled in. So this is going to be part of the 2. This is going to be, yeah, we figured this out, this column. Where it's 2, so this is the first 2. This has to be part of the second 2. And this has to be part of the 3. Well, because this has to be part of the second 2, it's like this, right? Because it's only 2. Let's mark off that second 2. And then mark off the end here. Great. We could probably mark out this spot, unless it ends in a 1. It does not. This column does not end in a 1. It ends in a 2. I forgot to mark off that 2. What about these columns? Did I mark off those 2s? Did not. They're marked off now. So this spot can't be filled. That spot there, because it's a 5. It's part of a 5. So, because it's part of a 5, and I can't have 5 and I can't have a vertical 5 when there's only one spot. So that helps us with this 6. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, it doesn't really help us with the 6. Sorry. But the 6 in this particular row. So the 6 is either going to end there or there. I think it's going to be here, so it would be stairs, just like over there on the right. But I could be wrong, so I'm not gonna press it right now. Yeah. Let's do this one. This column, you see, we need a 5. We need a 5. Well, it ends here. So that 5 is going to be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cut this down there. La 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 yada. Okay, and then let's do this column, this particular column. See, it ends in a 3. Just double checking. Ends in a 3. That 3 starts here, so it's gonna have to be 3 like this, and then cut above it. And then next is a 2, so 3. Well, this is where that 2 starts. I'm in the correct column, yes? Yes. That's a 2. Next is it's a 4. Yeah, same problem I'm having at the bottom, where I don't know if that one spot gets filled in or not. Definitely you can see it's a staircase on all these sides. Anyway, 4 and a 2. All I can say is this. I can say for sure this spot's not filled in. It's not filled in. Yeah, that's it. Okay, and similarly with this particular row, like there's a 2. Well, the 2 can't be here. It can't start here because it's only one square. So I know these ones are all empty. I did finish this particular column, correct? This column, it needs a 3. This one. Or I should say this column. Just to make it a bit more obvious. So this is part of a 3. This is empty. That one's empty. Oh yeah! We've got this big thing, which is a 12. Let's go back to our 12 here. Let's see where 12's at. So if this is the rightmost spot of the 12, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, I can only move it across. Move it one farther. Alright, I thought the 12 would be a bit more helpful than that. Oh well! Do 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 do. Hey, hey, hey! Let's see if we've got any more rocking. Like it's gotta be maybe a staircase here. I just need to, cause like if the math works out, this is gonna be a staircase here, right? It's gonna be a staircase down. I just need to find a way to prove it and get that started. That's what I need. This is a 3. Darn, that doesn't help. This row has a 3. It ends in a 3. Well, this has to be filled in. It could be a 3 like this, or a 3 like that. I'm not sure which. If it's a 3 like this, there's no room for the 2 here. And if it's a 3 like this, there's still no room for the 2 there. So I can say, this is empty. Because there needs to be enough gap for this 3 to move freely. I don't know if that was very helpful, but let's see. I just marked off something in this particular column. I can see it's the start of an 11. Therefore, let's count it. 1. Let's mark off this 11 as well. Okay, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna count again. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why I'm counting wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, that's exactly 11. So this Where was I? 11? This spot's empty. One of these two spots is a 1. One of these two spots is a 1. We don't know which. Because I just marked off this spot, that brings an end to whatever this number is. So let's see, that number is also an 11. Guys, the symmetricality of this puzzle is key. So I just marked off the end of this 11. Let's do it all the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's double check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Got it. So that's 11. X out this one. And then we also have a 2 in this particular row. 2 has to be here, because we've already started a 2, which means the others are empty. Other 2 spots are empty. Okay. Whew. Oh man. Starting to want to take a nap here. Well, this particular row has a 2 in it. These 2 have to be empty as well, because the 2's going to have to go somewhere there. And then that's the other 2, so these all have to be empty. 2, and then the 3 goes somewhere here. Let's check these columns. This is still a 3, an 8, and a 12. Well, 3 can't be like this, and the 8 can't be like this. We could maybe figure out where the 12 is. Let's do that. This column with the 12, eh? So if it's all the way from the top, I hope it's all the way from the top. That'd be nice. If it's all the way from the top, it goes down here. Oh, it can't be all the way from the top, because then that'd be 13. That'd be 13. So this is empty. But if it's all the way from the top now, from the new top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It'd go all the way down here. So that's if it starts in the highest spot. If it starts in the lowest spot, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. So the 12 in this particular column is going to be like this. These 10 spots are going to be filled in either way. No matter what, those 10 spots get filled in. Which is good news for us. Yeah. And now I'm trying to figure out what I did here. It's like I've got these 3 squares in the middle of nowhere. Where did they come from? That must have been 1, 2, 3, 4. It must have been part of the 9. Okay, so these are totally connected. These have to be part of the 9. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because that's 7, it's either going to be a 9 like this, or a 9 like this, or some combination thereof. So these are not going to be part of that 9. So we know those ones are empty. Which will probably help us in this column, because we've got a 1 gap here. I'm guessing that 1 gap is not empty. Not filled in, because it's a 5. Yep, so we've got a 5 somewhere in this particular column. And it's not going to go in here. It's not going to go in that 1 spot. Boy, this looks like a mess, doesn't it? It just looks like I just made a bunch of scratches everywhere. Pencil scratches, scratch marks, scratch. La 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 la. Alrighty, so that helps us out with this particular row, because it's a 1, 12, right? Well, this is the 1, this is the 12. So how many do I have filled in on this 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I had a lot filled in on that 12. Well, 12 is either going to have the 12th one here or there. Now here with this particular row, you'll notice we start with a 6. So it could start here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably a 6 like that. And then this is going to be a 2. Because if it starts in the leftmost spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's figure that out again. If it starts in the leftmost spot, the 6 does. It's going to be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So these spots get filled in no matter what. Now it's a 6, 2, 2. This 2 has to be blocked off by itself because these have to be part of the 2. So that gets blocked off. That's the first 2. And then this has to be part of the second 2. So I'll block off this spot because the 2 can't extend there. Right. Okay. That helps, maybe. Every little bit helps on a puzzle like this. So let's see, how does this column end? I've got 2 pieces that are close to each other. This is a 5, a 2, and a 4. Let's see, these have to be part of the 4, correct? This column ends in a 4. Yeah, because it ends in a 4, it has to go like this, because that can't be a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's marked off. Still have no idea what symbol I'm doing. That helps with the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I'm done with that particular row. We're all done with the final 5 rows, everyone. Hope you enjoyed watching me play those 5 rows. Now let's do the 6th from bottom row. 2, 2, 3, 4. Let's see where that goes. So this is a 2. We've already got the 2 figured out. So let's cross out that 2. 2, 2. And then this is part of a 3. And this, yeah, don't have that 3 figured out. Don't have the 6. This is a 2. Is this another case where I have to go all the way up again? Yes, I do. So this column ends in a 2 and a 3. I've got the 3. I've got the 2. Done. This column, on the other hand, ends in a 2. That 2's figured out. Then another 2, which is figured out. Good. Now let's see this column. This ends in a 3 and a 3. So let's get that other 3 into place. 3 and a 3. So that crosses that out. And that brings an end to this 12, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it brings an end to the 12. That row's filled out. And that might help us with some more. So this is a 4. Sorry, this column ends in a 4, and then what else? It ends in a 4 and a 4 as 2 4s in a row. So here's the first 4. Now let's get the second 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and that lets me block this off, which is going to affect this column, this row of 9. Basically the 9's, no, wrong color. 9's gonna have to be here for it to be a 9, right? Because it can't go past that spot. So that row's all done. That row's all done. We are making some progress in terms of what rows we can cut off, right? Because we've solved a good amount of rows. Now let's do this column. Sorry, this column, I didn't highlight it. So it ends in a 1, and then a 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's Mark that 6 off. And then there's the 2 somewhere in that column. Well, I can't figure out where that 2 is going to be. That seems complicated. So we'll move over 1 column. This column, the middle column, is a 3 and then a 5 somewhere. And then another 5. That doesn't fit, does it? Yeah, I don't think it quite fits. Uh-oh, hopefully I don't have an error. Somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out the top some more. So this is a 2, 2, 3. Okay. This is part of a 3, meaning this is part of a 2. But then another 2 could be somewhere. Oh. Yeah, this one has a 3. This column with the 3. Gonna have to start like this. And because this starts with a 2, this has to be blank because that's a 1 spot. This is a 4. This row starts with a 4, and we already have 1 thing filled in. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Those have to be filled. This one starts with a 4, so necessarily these 2 are going to be filled. The others, we can figure something out, because this can't be filled. If this was filled, then this row couldn't start with a 2. So that means this is empty and that's empty. Which means our 3 is going to go here. And this was more independent confirmation of the symmetricality. Guess what? Because this 3, guess where that 3 ended up being? The exact middle. The exact middle of the column. Just like this was 3 in the middle of the row. 3 in the middle of the column, 3 in the middle of the row. So that's good. So let's fill out these spots, 3 and 4. Ooh, I like this. Do 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 do. So let's see, we had 8 in this particular column. It's probably just going to be 2 here and then 2 there if we're preserving symmetricality, but we don't know that for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, these 3 have to be filled no matter what. Because if it starts in the lowest most spot, these ones are filled. So now we have 6 filled in, and then, yeah, there we go. So this starts with a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's mark that off. This row starts with a 2, so we'll mark off that 2. This row starts with a 2, we'll mark off that 2 as well. And then we'll figure out this column here. This column, it starts with a 3 and a 2 and a 4. Well, it can't be like 3 here, because then it'd be a 4. So this has to be part of the 3. So that's 3 there, and I cut this square off. And then it was a 2, right? So 3, and then a 2. We've already got the 2. And then we've already got the 4. Hey, that column was already completely done. We didn't need to do anything to touch it. I like it when that happens. The worst thing what happens when you're solving this puzzle is, okay, I got the entire left-hand side, and then I reached the right, and I realized, oh no, there's an error somewhere on the right because my math doesn't add up. That's the worst. Okay, so this column starts with a 2. I mean, this row starts with a 2, as does this row. Well, It's gonna go like this, 2 and 2. It's the only way that can work. Which means these are part of the 8, correct? So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got that column figured out. Do you want a picture of the whole thing so far? I think you do. It's a circle! Some kind of circle. Some kind of circle, everyone. Yeah, there we go. What? Yeah, it does look like... Yeah, it's definitely a circle. This is a circle, which means this is going to be a step ladder here for the circle. Just like the other sides. Just like the other sides, it's going to end up being a step ladder. Okay. Have I figured out this 12 yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah! Whoops. I moved it. Okay, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Alright, alright. If that's just 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we need a 12, so this square is going to be filled in. That's going to be number 11. And then 12 could be here or here. We don't know which one yet. Because I just filled in that square, though, we know this 3 starts here. So that's a 3, and then we'll just cut this out. It's a 3 and a 2, so that means this is blank, and this is part of the 2. And then next to the 2 is a blank as well. And then we're going to have a 3 working from the backside here. Backside ends in a 3, already got that. It ends in a 2 next, so this is going to be a 2. And then when these two sides meet, you notice we've got a 3 gap here, and it's a perfect 3. Nice. Nice. Yes. Yes. It's all coming together now. Literally, the two sides came together in a very good way. I like that, yeah. Alrighty, where are we going now? 3. This particular column. It's just a long puzzle. That's all. So it starts with a 3. This space has to be empty. This space has to be empty because we can't have another 3 in that particular column. See, it just wouldn't work. So because that space is empty, that might help us with this row, which is going to have a 2 and then a 3. Well, the 2 is going to have to be here or here. Can't be there. That can't be part of the 2. So that means this is going to be the start of the 3. Start and end of the 3, actually. There's a 3. And that's going to be another 2, and then this is a 3, and this is a 3. So this has to be a 2. And again, it's like the gap in the middle has to be completely filled in. When I'm working from the left, it says that has to be done. And I've already done all that work on the right. So again, the two sides coming together perfectly. Showing my math was not wrong. Yes! I like it. So let's move this down here, get these columns figured out. So it's a 3, and a 6. No, sorry. This column, it starts with a 3 and a 5. We've got the 3. 5 is going to have to be something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is going to be either that or that. As we've seen so many times, these 4 have to be filled in to fill in that 5 no matter what. 1, 2, 3. This 5, we can only fill in these 3, because the 5 could be up there or down there. In this case, though, it's a 3, 5, 5, 2, right? And we've already got the other 5 and the 2 figured out. So we can mark off a lot of squares as not part of that 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically anything here down. Okay, we can only mark 2 squares as not part of the 5. Well, better than nothing. Whereas this one, 3, 5, 5, 2. So that's going to be filling in this one. I think... I don't know if that math works. Does it? 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if this... Because that's 4, and it's supposed to be 5. Maybe I was supposed to go 1 down. No, because that'd interfere with this 2. I can't go 1 up because it'd interfere with the 9. I might have made a mistake somewhere? Don't know. Yeah, if I made a mistake, that's where it would be. This column is a 2, 5, right? Well, here we've got these things sticking out, so they both have to be part of the 5 in that column. Five. No, I didn't finish the 5 in that column. I've got to leave that alone. This row has a 9. Has a 9. So all these things have to be part of the 9, right? They do, because it's a 4, 9, and then a 1. So one of these two things has to be a 1. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, that's the 9. That's the 9 right there. Great, we can cross it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Done. Cross this off. And as I said, the 1 in this row has to be in one of these two spots. I don't know which one. This column has a 2, 2, 8, and a 2. Since we've already blocked off the top, we know how far this one goes down. Oh. It's already been, we've already got that entire 8 filled off. Out. Already. So again, working from the top to the bottom, they agree with each other. They agree with each other, which is good. Now let's look at this column, this row here. Ends in a 2 and a 4. I've got 4 already in place. No, that doesn't look so good, does it? I've got the 4, but then I've got the 2. Let's see. Yeah, because I've got this one line sticking out, and then that's, yeah, that's a problem. Okay. Gonna keep going anyway. Did I get this right? Yes, because it's a 2 here. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, this column's completely done. So 6, 2, 2, and then 2 at the bottom. Oh, it's just a 6 and a bunch of 2s. So it looks like I might have made a small mistake somewhere there in the middle. That's what I'm thinking. Switched out a 2 with a 3 somewhere. We're still pretty close. I know what this is. It's the Death Star. I've seen this in Star Wars. We figured it out. This row, it ends in a 3. Oh, we still can't figure out that 3. Alright. Alrighty. Trying to figure out where I'm continuing from. Let's go with this row then. Because I just marked that spot, right? Well, it ends in a 2 and a 2. Means this has to be blocked off, right? And somewhere there's a 4. It's somewhere in this gap. There's a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so the 4 is either... gonna look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or this. So this spot gets filled in. It's gonna be part of the 4. Alright. And this column has a 5, 5. So this is part of the 5. So because that spot's filled, that means the spot in between them has to be filled in as well. That's got to be part of the 5. Alright. And then we've got only one spot here at the bottom. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This spot up here has to be filled. So the 5th piece is either going to be here or here. And that helps with this row, right? Because it has a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 5 is gonna look something like this. Are there? Ah, I see it's got a 5 and a 4. So these two have to be part of the 4. This also has to be part of the 4. Which should help with this column, which has a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because we found the bottom of that 5. There we go. And does that help here? Yes, it does. Because this row ends in a 3. We just found the start of that 3. Start of the 3 is there. And this is the end of the 3. End of the 3, everyone. End of the 3. I don't know why I said it like that. Yeah, so with this spot down here, this one here, 2, 2, 3, 4, so 2, 2, 3, the 3, and the 4. So that means this spot's empty. Which means this column, which has a random 1, the random 1 is right there. So what about this row then? It's got to be a 2, 1, it's 2, 1, 2. So this is that 2. Let's make that 2 very obvious. And then we're still trying to figure out the 6 there. And I've still got this one spot where I messed up, and so I'm not sure. Does it reach down or up? It reaches up. I think I see where I made my mistake. See here? Started a line in the wrong spot. Rookie mistake there. Wow. Yeah. Didn't mean to start the line there. Should have started the line there. Well, whatever. So that mean we've got all these bottom rows figured out? Yes, we've got all these bottom rows figured out. Even some of these middle rows have been figured out. 2, 3, 4? I don't know about that. That didn't look good. This has a random 1 in it as well, isn't it? The 4, 9, 1, 2. Didn't I just have that? No, a 2, 11, 1, 2. Okay. Could this be a cake? Could be. Now I'm trying to figure out where do I start from again. Let's just start from the top again. Let's see. 4, 4. This is a 2. It could be like 2, 2, 3. Yeah, let's start with this row. Because we've already got those 2's figured out, so this has to be part of the 3. So these 2 need to be filled in. If that's the 3, then if the 3 is like this, I don't have room to put another 2. So therefore, and if the 3 is like this, I don't have room to put another 2. So this spot's going to be empty because there's just no room to fit that 2, meaning this is the 2. Which means the other 2 is going to have to fit in this spot. So here's the 2. As predicted, we're forming stairs. So this is the 3 in that column. Yeah, we're just making stairs here. And then this one is a 5. Now that this column starts with a 5, right? And we figured out where the start of that 5 is officially. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've officially figured that out. Okay, and then this row starts with a 2. We've officially figured out where that 2 starts. Which means our 12, because I've knocked off this as a potential starting place for the 12, the 12 is going to be moved down 1 over here. And that's going to be the starting place for this 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we've got how many columns? Like all this bottom row, everything below this line is done. Nice. Well, that's good. That's very good. And we can say something similar of the top here because we know the 13 starts here. So we're going to mark off this 13. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's how the 13 goes. I know this must be the start of the 4 now, so I'm moving that down. And now I've got the first several rows figured out. I just don't know where that 2 goes. It just makes me sad. The 2 and the 3. How do those 2 and 3 relate? Like, it could be like this. Yeah, wouldn't that be fancy? Now I think what we have to do is kick off the right-hand columns, get those figured out. So there's a 3 somewhere in here that has not been marked off yet. Well, here it is. Here it is. There's a 3. That 3 has not been marked off yet. I can mark it off, and that column is completely filled. I didn't need to make anything, any points. 6. This column ends in a 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the 6. We already had them figured out. And after the 6 is a 2. So because it's a 2, it's going to have to go like this. And then be cut off at the top. So that's a 2. And then we need another 2 above it. So that 2 is going to be this. And that's done. This particular, let's see, does that mark anything off in this column? Yes, it does, because that was a lonely 1. It was a 1, which is very lonely and all by itself. Well, now it gets to have some friends surrounding it. Great, now that helps this column because it has a 4 and then a 2. So marking off this 2. 2 is going to go here. And then now we've got everything past this line I'm making right now. Everything to the right of it's all figured out. So, we're close. We're close. Okay, so this column is 2, 2, and then a 4. Well, okay, I need a 2 somewhere. It's I'm not sure where. That looks like that'd be running into problems. Because, yeah, it could be here, or it could be here. Maybe. Let's see, this is a 5, right? This is part of a 5. Let's make that more obvious. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So this has to be empty underneath it, because that is not part of the 5. And, yeah, that... Let's get this column, row figured out. 1, 2, no, wrong color. The switching colors thing is kind of a pain. Alright. There we go, that's our 4. And then this is going to be part of a 5, right? So that's the 4. Because that's a 4, I cut this off because it's not part of the 4. Everything else is part of the 5. Well, we don't know which one of these is part of the 5 or which one of those is part of the 4. And we do know that this 5 is done. So one of these is part of a 2. This row needs a 2. That's all it needs. So we've got one of the 2 in place, so we can block off all the other spots in that row as empty. And that brings me a bit closer down to where I've already got things figured out. So 2 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That has to be the 6. We've got the ending point of that 6 already figured out. And then we've got the others figured out as well. So this is a 2, 3, and a 4. 3 and a 4. Well, we've got the 3. And the 4 figured out, so that means this has to be empty. These ones have to be empty. And is that the second? Is that like the bottom half of the puzzle figured out? Let's see. Where's the... Yeah, here we go. Everything below that line is figured out. And now we can do our fun game, which is this. So this particular column ends in a 2, 2, and a 2. 2, 2, and then a 2. So this is empty. That wasn't a very useful game. Let's try the next column. 7, 8, and then 3. So I can see where the 8's gonna start. This is the bottom of the 8, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, it perfectly fills in that spot, runs up against the line. So we've got it. We know we've got it. And does that help me with this? No, it does. It does, because we know this is a 4 gap. We know this is a gap of 4 somehow. This can't be part of that 4 gap. Great, but this could be filled in because this could be part of the 5 gap. Ooh, and that fills in that column. I mean, that row. That row's all done now. Yes, I like having the second half of the puzzle done. The bottom half's just all done. I wish I could, like, just say to stop here. But we just got this little gap done. This little gap done. Alright. Here we go. I see another spot. 2, 3, 3, 10. Well, there's the 2. Here's the 3. And that has to be the end of the 3. And you have to be part of the 3. And that's obviously the 10. So... because I just filled in this spot, and it's a 3, 3, well, 3 perfectly fills that entire gap. So this column's done. 3, 3, 2, exactly what it should be. So this is going to be a 3, similar though, instead of a 3, 3, 2, it's a 3, 2, 2. So 2, 2, and 3, 2 here. So that means this is empty. And there's the other 2. So this column's completely done. Did we finish this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we did. That 5's done, and then that 2 there is also done, so that column's done. We finished the 12 columns some time ago. And then this column's done. It looks like we've got more than... Oh! Here. These are the only empty spots. These are the only empty spots. Let's fill them. Oh, wait. We've got empty spots up there. Okay. Can't call victory on this puzzle yet, but we are very close. So this row needs a 4. We've got 1, 2... Sorry, let me switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how that row ends. And now I can move it up a little bit. Just one more row up is what I moved it. Okay, this row has a 5. So it's 2 and then a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the rest of the row is all done. I can move this up one more row. Nice. Okay, and then this row is a 2, 3, 3, 10. 2, 3. Yeah, still can't get that 3 figured out. But I'll attack it from above because it's a 2, 6, 4, 4. So 2 and then 6 because it's a 6. It's going to have to cover that up. So that means that's where the 3 goes. Nice. And then, yeah, we're mostly done. We're mostly done. These are the few remaining empty spots. This is a 3 somehow. This column is a 5. This column has a 5, right? It has a 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 perfectly fills the gap. We've got a... Did I mix up? These columns both have 5s, by the way. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how the 5 in that column goes. And the 5 in this column is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still fills those gaps perfectly, and you'll notice that gives us a 3 here for this row. Cross off those 5s. We finished with this column, yes. This column's done as well. Last column and row. This is a 4, 2, 2, 3, 2. There's the 2. Done. Wait, no. This spot. Well, it has to be empty. Okay, did I get every single spot? I am not seeing any missing spots. We did it. We solved the puzzle. Hope you enjoyed watching me solve this puzzle, everybody. What is it a picture of? It's like a globe or a circle. It'd be nice if I could use like the paint bucket tool to just go like rawr, rawr, fill in every single thing, but I can't. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just do this really hard, really difficult thing of filling in every single square that's completely red. Fill in the squares, fill in the squares, fill in the squares, yeah. Just every red square is going to be filled in as much as I can do, to the best of my ability. Mm-hmm. This is why in Shadow at the Water's Edge, when they give you the giant nonograms puzzle, they kind of have to fill it in for you at the very end so you can see, oh, it's a fox, and not just a bunch of random squares. Man, I did not like the nonograms puzzle at the end of Shadow at the Water's Edge. It's one of those puzzles where you can't really cheat your way to a solution. If you know it's a fox, great, it's still going to take you a half hour to fill in all those squares. Okay, how's this? I'm filling in all these red squares pretty well. Is an image appearing? Maybe. Wonder how many people are just going to watch this video and just skip straight to the end. looks nice, whatever it is. Now, this is actually way more relaxing than doing the numbers and solving puzzles. Just filling out the squares. Yeah, this is a nice relaxing break for me. After stretching out my brain, yeah. Part of the reason I did this video is I felt bad for not even trying to solve the big puzzle that the Nancy Drew people put out last week. The numbers puzzle. 1 equals A, 2 equals B, 3 equals C, and so on. I think the term for it is an alphanumeric cycle. Cipher. Saw a joke the other day where somebody's like, okay, well each letter has a number attached to it. It's like Scrabble? No, but yes. Oh, I am so excited to see what this is going to be. Oops, kind of messed up that square. Let's try it again. Stretch this out here. You'll be okay if I don't do the exact same thing with the brown spots, right? Oh, and here's where I got confused. Here's where I made that mistake. Let's see. This gets filled in. This gets filled in, and this gets filled in. But then which square is this? That's a 2. No, that can't be right. Yeah, I must have made a mistake somewhere there. 2, 2, 3, 3, 1. Yeah, this middle one doesn't get filled in. Okay, that middle one doesn't get filled in, but then how do we have a 2? Oh well. So I'm not sure how to fill that bottom spot in because it looks like I made a mistake there and I didn't see the obvious right away solution, what I'm supposed to have there instead. So hopefully it'll be more apparent once I've filled in everything here. Because as I've said several times by now, this is a symmetrical puzzle. So if I rotated the puzzle, if I rotated the picture, it would look pretty much the same. In fact, I think I'll do that just for fun. This. Alright, let's see. Yeah, there we go. And so if I rotated it, you'll notice it looks pretty much the same from any angle. Which is how I should be able to figure that out. It's probably supposed to be this. Because if they're going left and right, yeah, so it'd be like this is the empty spot. Alright, so here's our picture, everyone. We figured out the nonogram. What is it a picture of? I don't know. It could be, I bet my mistake might have been here, even. Yeah, there it is. This spot's supposed to be empty. That spot is not supposed to be filled in. Let's get rid of that spot filled in then, shall we? I'm gonna use some copy pasting magic. No, not that is not copy pasting magic. That is copy pasting disaster. To do this. There we go. So with those squares, here, let me make it slightly wider, there. Completely cover up that gap. And with that done, that fills in my mistake here with these things. Great. Somehow I didn't quite figure that one out yet. But that's where I slopped up. Okay. We're done. A lotus flower. Everybody's saying somebody said there's a mistake with the numbers of the columns. That could be I mean, that could be. I hope that's the case, because that means I did not screw up. That means the people who made the puzzles screwed up, not me. That'd be great. Yeah, if that was what happened there, and threw me off there, that's fine. Whatever. Everybody's saying lotus flower. That seems to be the popular response. So thank you very much for watching my live stream. I hope you enjoyed it.